Hey guys, thought I'd check in. How come it looks that way on this computer? So hope I don't miss this too bad. You should be looking this way. All right, so I just want to give you guys an update what we're up to. This looks weird, but just want to give you an update. Today is the 30th of January, and we have some things going on that I just thought I would share with you and let you guys know what's going on. Next Sunday, the 9th, we have our first filming trip of the year. It's going to be Catalina Island. It will be a lobster trip on the Gale Force. We leave at 2 p.m. and we get back at midnight on Sunday night, same night. So we have about 4 spots left. Anybody wants to go, we're only taking 10 people. So come join us. There's a couple hellos. Hey Juan. February 16th. Is that a private charter? I'm just wondering. Let me see if I rotate this, if it looks any better. I know that's any better. No, that doesn't work. All right, one more time. Last time, guys. Before you get dizzy out there. All right. Oh, nice comments, guys. Thank you. All right, I'm no longer upside down. So is this okay? Can you guys hear me? Is the audio okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, good. Good. Yeah, well, I've been doing this on TV since 1989, so it's been a while. 1989. So, yeah, it's been a while. And this trip that we have coming up in February, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, will be the start of my 33rd year on TV. Yeah, there was something wrong with that fly line video. Hopefully tonight I can check it out. I am in Pennsylvania. You can watch me there, I think, on Comcast Sportsnet, and I think Cox Cable. We're in Philadelphia, but we are on a bunch of cities on the East Coast. Coffee. So just want to tell you guys a couple of things. One, we still have a few spots left on our trip next week on the Gale Force. And we have about 4 spots left. So if you'd like to go, just go to the website and you'll see the trip there in the Gale Force under, it says sign up online, and right there you can find it. Some nice comments today. Thanks, guys. The next trip after that is going to be our trip on the Tomahawk. It's going to be a 2-day trip to Colonet, and you can join us on that trip, Bo. It'll be on the Tomahawk, going down to Colonet for 2 days. It's going to be rock fishing. It's going to be yellowtail, lingcod. Should be lots of fun. So please come and sign up and join us on that trip. Yes, you must have a passport for Colonet, and you only need a passport because we're going to be less than 12 miles off the beach. If we're tuna fishing, you don't need a passport because we're over 12 miles out at sea. But yeah, you will need a passport to go on the Colonet trip. Yes, you should get a passport. And then even this year, 2020, is it October or something? If you don't have that new ID, you need a passport to get on planes. A passport card. I think a passport card does work. because it's only Mexico and you don't need to get it stamped. So I think a passport card will work, but you should call the landing to make sure. If you were on a plane, it wouldn't work. Hey, Juan, thanks. I'm at work too. So those are the two trips we have coming up. We did a special. We did a little video on to let you guys know that we were offering half price trips for it's just about every Saturday and one Sunday in February, and they all sold out in a day. So that was pretty cool. Hey, Ricky. Um, so yeah, they all sold out in a day. So there's no more of those trips left. But we might add a day or two in March and do the same thing. And then once we get in the season, it'll be all the regular price. So it'll be fun. Yeah, and the weather looks like it's gonna be great on Saturday. They're talking like 80 degrees, so might just show up in shorts and a t-shirt that day. But this time of year, we can't rock fish, so we're fishing calico bass, sand bass, halibut, maybe even find a yellowtail. So that's kind of the goal. Some of the other things I want to tell you guys about. We just added a brand new first time ever for us, a trip to Rosarito. That's going to be a surf fishing trip. It's going to be a surf fishing trip to Rosarito, and we're calling it the Dan Hernandez Surf Fishing Baja Classic. So that's the name of it. We have two categories, adults and kids, and we're calling kids 16 and younger. So anybody over 16 would have to get an adult ticket, and adult tickets are $40. Kids tickets are $20. It's going to be based there at the Rosarito Beach Hotel. We'll have our weigh-in there. They're going to have food available afterwards down at the bottom garden area. So right there off the beach. And it's going to be really cool. So hopefully you guys can join us and go fish on that. And that will be in June. So if you don't have a passport, go get a passport now. So in June you'll be able to go with us. Prices on reels. If you're going to see a good deal at the Fred, it's going to be at the Fred Hall show. That's a show where everybody has their deals. Turner's has a bunch of blims and stuff, and lots of other deals. So I would suggest if you're looking for a reel, you can go check out the Turner's booth. But a lot of the other independent stores will be there. Luke will be there. All the guys will be there. They all have deals on at their booths too. A lot of them are giving you deals like free monofilament. Some of them are giving you half price on Spectra. Turner's has a deal there where they get a bunch of blim reels from Abbott, so the side plates might be a slightly off color or something, but the reel works fine. So you can get it at a discounted rate. So, but the Fred Hall show is where you guys want to be. I'll be in my own booth. I have a booth for the TV show and for the Youth Foundation. So come on by and say hi to me. And I'm doing a lot better, walking fine after my surgeries, so everything's going good. Which show is better? I would say there's a lot more to buy at Long Beach. Long Beach is a much bigger show. The one thing good about Del Mar is if you really have a lot of questions and you want to spend some time with some of the vendors, that's the show where you want to do that. So you want to, you can spend a lot more time with people at Del Mar because it's a much slower show. And I don't mean slower like, I guess I mean slower like less people go and there's less booths there. But there are a lot more booths at the Long Beach show. And I just think it's because it's the first show of the year. I've been asking them for years to do that show first, but they don't listen to me. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Del Mar is more intimate, a lot more. You can talk to people. At the Long Beach show, if you come by and see me there, we'll have like less than a minute to talk because there'll be so many people there. And at Del Mar, there's a lot more time to talk to people. I'm not sure I'm going to be at Del Mar this year. I haven't been there the last couple of years because I had surgeries. But if I can work it out and get some more support and some help to help me in the booth, then I'll do Del Mar. But right now, it's not looking good. Just don't have enough help. We will be up that way. They're asking me about going to Cisco's. I don't know if we'll be in Cisco's, but we will definitely be at Ventura, and we'll be in Santa Barbara, and another landing there. I think we'll be at Hooks too. We're trying to work out a date with them, but had no luck with Cisco's. Just can't get the boats there to work with me, and hopefully that'll change. You know, some boats are really eager to be on TV and work with us, and other boats, they just don't want to. That's okay. Hey, the other thing for the Fred Hall show, my youth foundation has a booth there, and at the youth foundation booth, we try to sell brand new and used fishing tackle there, mainly rods and reels. We usually don't drag the jigs and all that stuff there, but we have some rods here that were donated by viewers of my TV show and supporters of the Youth Foundation. And we have a couple of factories, I think Akuma and hopefully CalStar are going to donate some brand new rods that we can sell there at the Fred Hall show. But if any of you have tackle that's in good shape, maybe it's new or it's slightly used and you don't use it anymore, freshwater, saltwater, we could use those donations here for the Youth Foundation, and we will be selling them there at the Fred Hall show. So, if you have any stuff, let us know. We could use it. You guys can bring it here to our office, or if you need us to come pick it up, we can probably come pick it up. But we could use any donations. Yes, I know just about every tackle store in Southern California. Um, so if any of you have fishing equipment and you'd like to donate, please bring it by here at our office in Cerritos, or give us a call here at the office at 562-865-3764 so we can get it from you. We're looking for rods and reels mainly, and again, we want some quality stuff that we can sell there. It's a big fundraiser for our Youth Foundation, and it's been really tough to get support from the industry to get merchandise, or especially cash. It's like impossible to get cash. So if any of you can help us with that, we're looking forward to it. Yes, we are still going on the Tomahawk in February, and I was talking about that earlier. We have probably about 6 more spots left on that trip. So you should come join us. If you'd like to go, just go to our website at sport-fishing.com, and you can join us on that Tomahawk trip. So that'll be our first rod and reel trip of the year, and looking forward to it. The Tomahawk's a great boat. I've fished that boat since it was a cat special up in Oxnard in Cisco's, and then it was the, what was it after that? Mark's boat. I forgot. I'm sure you guys will remind me. Yeah, the 16th is that show in Orange County. February 8th. I have a private charter that day. Yeah, we'll be doing, is it the 8th or the 9th? One of those days we have a private charter. Yeah, the 8th we have a private charter, that Saturday. The 9th is next Sunday is a trip that we have on the Gale Force, going to Catalina to go lobster fishing. So if you guys want to go lobster fishing and you want an inexpensive way to go to Catalina, that's a trip to go on with us on the Gale Force. So you can come join us on that trip on the Gale Force out of San Pedro, running over to Catalina Island, and it should be lots of fun. It's those guys do a good job. They fish the lobsters every day, so they do good. Any lessons learned? How often should I change my spectra? So those are a lot of questions really quick. Um, you do not need to change your spectra every season. That's why people put on spectra, because they last a long time. What you might want to do is maybe go ahead and take your spectra off and wash it. Just clean it in fresh water and then let it dry out really good. Then put it back on your reel. But that's the main thing about spectra. It's not like monofilament where you need to change it every couple of trips because it stretches so much. But with fluorocarbon, you can get by really not even changing it that much. Just I've had the same. I'm sorry, the spectra. I've had the same spectra on my reels. I don't know, 3 years, something, 4 years, probably like that, 3 years, and yeah, and it's worked fine. So I wouldn't worry about changing it up before the season. So the then other than the trip to Rosarito, do you have any private charter? We don't have any charters out of Newport. We haven't had any luck with Newport Landing wanting to do a filming trip with us. So we have no trips with them. Length the rod for yellowtail. All my live bait sticks are 8 feet long. I wouldn't go anything shorter than 7.5. But all my um, all my bait sticks are all 8 feet long. So I guess I would say 8 feet. It's nice seeing all your comments. So if I'm not talking, I'm reading what you guys are posting. Jig stick, I would go longer. I'd go 9 or 10 feet. But back in the day when I was younger, and I was throwing, magic metal lights and throwing tatty jigs all the time, we were using 10-foot rods, 10-foot cow stars with the Jig Master reel. That's all we used back then. I know people don't like Jig Master reels today. They got all the fancy reels, but they work fine. Hey, Dan. Yeah, we can use any donations you like to make for us. There was something there about barbecuing. We could use you for an event or something. Help out. Please call the office. Any sort of donations we can get. Appreciate it. It's really frustrating that I'm trying to do all this work with kids and I get no support from the industry. Some of the companies, I call them up and say I need bait for a trout event, and instead of sending me bait, they mail me a price list. So we have to go buy the bait. So if any of you can help out at all with donations of product that we can sell at the Fred Hall Show, or even a cash donation, you can go to our website at danskids.org. We can use all the donations we can get because we really need it. We just don't have any money, and we need the support for the Youth Foundation. So I would appreciate it because we have expenses every month. We have storage for our vehicle. We have a big truck. We're spending money right now to get it smogged. Another $600 to get it registered with the state. I mean, it just gets really expensive, everything. All those reels like Alexis or Komoda, you don't want the high speed reels, the 7-to-1s. Something like a 6 would be fine. You don't need a high speed reel. The only time you need a high speed reel is if you're like wahoo fishing or you need a jig to move really fast, but the slow reels work fine. You don't need a super high speed reel. I mean, even yo-yo fishing for yellowtail here in Southern California, a 6-to-1, 6-to-3 reel is fine. We used to use jig masters and wind a little faster and got bit all the time. So that's only like a 5-to-1. So I wouldn't really worry about buying a super high speed reel trying to get stuff done. You can give old rods a donation if you want, as long as they're decent and people would want to buy them. What we don't need are rods that are just really, really bad, missing guides and all that. But we're trying to find stuff that we can take to the show and sell. You know what boats are going down. Um, you know, even though you can fish a little bit deeper water, not all the boats are fishing those spots because some of those spots are outside of areas that are legal to fish. So they have these different maps and they're a little complicated. So some areas where you can go down to 400 feet are outside a fishing area. So you just never know. You have what boats are going to fish what depths. It's all up to the skippers. You know, they don't mind going deep if you don't mind winding in that deep. So the skippers will take you where they catch the most fish, and sometimes it's really shallow, sometimes it's really deep, but they're there to make you happy. So I wouldn't pick a boat by what boat fishes only 400 feet or so. So. Yeah, I mean, I have reels like the Lexus, the low profile reels, and I do have some Lexus too, and I use them for everything from calico bass to rock fishing to small tuna. So the lever drag reels I really don't like for casting. I don't think they're as smooth as star drag reels. So that's just my personal take. So anything I'm using for casting a live bait as a rule is a star drag reel. There are exceptions. You know, some of my bigger reels for tuna fishing are level ones. Am I coming to Del Mar? I don't know if I'm coming to Del Mar just because I don't have enough people to help me with the booth to set up, tear down, and to work it. The few friends I have are up here in LA, and I'm going to use up all their friendship hours during the Fred Hall show in Del Mar. Well, you can still get big reds in the shallower water. You may not be able to get them like Catalina, but at the Channel Islands, at the Farallon Islands, there's plenty of big reds. I mean, we caught some monster big reds last season that you guys have seen some new episodes. We had some great trips on the Coral Sea, out of Santa Barbara, the Stardust. We caught some big rockfish at Santa Rosa and San Miguel Islands. It was really good. And if you ever want to really try rock fishing and good lingcod fishing, you should join us in September when we go up to Emeryville and go fish on the New Huck Fin and the Seawolf. Those boats do a great job. They fish that area every day, and the skippers know exactly where to go. And it is ridiculous how good the rock fishing is. It's just really, really good. And I don't know if you guys saw the video that I posted just like a week ago, I guess it was, where there's a big sheephead in the thumbnail. That was on the Coral Sea at San Miguel, and it was ridiculous fishing. I mean, I caught like 5 fish really quick on a magic metal jig in like 5 feet of water where you see it right on camera. I'm talking, and so I'm going to get bit, and I'll get bit like that, which is ridiculously good fishing. And most of those fish I just released. There was just so many. Why do calicos smell? I have never heard that. I will try and answer your question, Ron. What's your question? What's your question? I don't know how to check your guys' comments while I'm on live. And the other thing that's frustrating about this is I can't comment on them afterwards. Salmon grouper is better than eating a mackerel, but it's not anywhere as nice as eating a red snapper or lingcod. So I usually just keep one of them. I usually let a lot of those fish go. All right, Ron, you had a question. What is it? I'm waiting. Salmon groupers. Yeah, salmon groupers are really slimy fish. So a lot of people don't like to touch them. But, you know, all those rockfish, if you eat them fresh, you don't freeze them. You catch them, take them home, chill them out, and then deep fry them. They're delicious. They're fine. But salmon grouper is not the best eating of all the fish that are there. There's so many good fish out there in the rockfish world. All right, a couple more questions. Sculpin fish tacos are great. What am I going to do for the Super Bowl? I don't know yet. At my church, they have a party out in the auditorium, and so I might go there. I got invited to a yacht club, but I don't know if I'm going to go there. Yeah, someone's saying that they like sand bass better than they like salmon grouper. And I don't know, I've never heard the calico bass smell. I really like calico bass fishing. I mean, that's my number one fish to go. If I could only go fish for one fish over a weekend, it would be calico bass. You know, even sand bass are fine if you eat them fresh. The problem with like barracuda, sand bass, if you guys freeze them forever and then try to eat them later, they don't taste that good. Planning any rainbow trout videos. I'm hoping this fall that I get to go back to High Sierras. Haven't been there in quite a few years. And I really, as a kid, used to go with my parents all the time. And that was the beginning of my love for fishing, was spend many, many mornings walking the streams and rivers and fishing the lakes with my brothers and my parents. So I would love to get back to High Sierras and do more trout fishing. All right, guys, so just to recap, just to remind you, we have a lobster trip coming up on the 9th of February, not this Sunday. This Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, so nothing is planned on Earth on Super Bowl Sunday. But the following weekend, the 9th, we will be having our trip on the Gale Force going to Kelly Island fishing for lobsters. And we only have about 4 spots left. Hello, Whittier. So we only have like 4 spots left. So please go over there and sign up for it. I want to get that trip sold out, and that would be great. And then the next trip we have after that is on the weekend of 22nd. 2 weeks later, we'll be on the Tomahawk 2-day trip going to Colonet, and we'll be fishing yellowtail, calico bass, and we will be fishing lingcod. And I wouldn't even be surprised if we see tuna, because I don't think the tuna have really gone anywhere. And we're gonna have plenty of time during the day driving on the way home on the second day to maybe run over a school of tuna. So I wouldn't be surprised if I report to you guys, later in February that on the way home from Colonette we caught tuna. So hopefully that'll work out good. I don't know if you guys like it better like this in the office, less noise than it was that time I did the live from my boat. But I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about their being on the slip at the boat. But I know my neighbors were noisy and all that, so hopefully this works out okay. So, all right, so we have those 2 trips. Yeah, I hope we run into them too. So we have those 2 trips, and then, like I said, we just added. Yeah, that was a fun trip in Florida. That was a fun trip. I hooked that big tarpon, and it was just. We got it to the boat. We didn't get in the boat. Got it to the boat. Had it on leader. Tournament would have counted. And then we have that trip coming up in Rosarito in June. So if any of you want to go surf fishing with me in Rosarito, please go to the website and sign up. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be um, surf fishing from Rosarito Beach Hotel, and we're going to be fishing there, looking for barred surf perch and halibut. Those are the only 2 species in the tournament: is barred surf perch and halibut. Nothing else. Can't fish from a boat. You have to be on land. You can be on the pier there at the hotel if you want, or from some of the rocks, the little jetties and stuff they have down there. You can do that too, but you cannot be on a boat for this event. Okay. We have some nice prizes we're going to be having there for the winners of those tournaments. Do I ever run into roosters down in Rosarito? You mean rooster fish? Because I've never heard of a rooster fish this far north. All the rooster fish I've caught have been inside the Sea of Cortez, but they do come up the Baja side, but I don't know if they go past Mag Bay. Yeah, you should go fish in Mexico. It's really fun. So we have that rooster fish. We have that surf fishing event at Rosarito Beach Hotel on June 27th. June 26th, the day before, I'll be hosting a meet and greet there at the hotel, and I will be giving a fishing seminar on surf fishing there at the hotel. So it'll be real casual, and it'll be nice to meet a bunch of you guys there and your families. And we set this thing up to be a family event. That's why we have a kids division. So hopefully you guys can join us there. Bunch of people from Whittier today. So hopefully you guys can join us there, and it'll be great. And then what else do we have? And then the end of June, or end of July, we have our annual East Cape trip, July 30th through August 3rd. We'll be down at Palmas de Cortez in the beautiful East Cape, fishing for marlin, tuna, dorado, wahoo, roosterfish, amberjack, all that stuff. So if you guys want to go on that, we have rooms available, and that's a great deal. 5 days, 4 nights, and it's only like $750 for your room and your boat. And the tournament in Rosarito, it's only $40 entry fee, and that includes everything, the meet and greet, and all that. So if you guys are interested, go to the website and sign up for the Rosarito Surf Fishing Tournament. You just go to the website and sign up and get your entry form there. There is a discount code. I have it on my Facebook page, and you can use that on the Rosarito Beach Hotel website, and they're giving a nice discount, almost like $40 off a night for people fishing the event. So, you guys can do that too. Okay, so yeah, and take advantage of the discount because they are giving us a really nice discount to stay at the hotel. So that way you can stay there Friday night, Saturday night. And then I'm going to probably fish Sunday too, so we can film a TV show. So if you guys want to hang out and be there while I'm filming, you can do that too. So we'll probably be filming both Saturday and Sunday while we're down there. All right, I guess that's about it. Again, if you guys have anything you can donate to the Youth Foundation, we could use it for the Youth Foundation website. We can use donations of rods and reels. We could really, if you're in a position to make a cash donation, we would love to have that too. But anything you can do to help us is just really frustrating that it's so hard to get volunteers to show up at events, and it's hard to get any donations for the foundation. Been doing the foundation work for 20 years, and it seems like it's getting harder the last few years. So if any of you can help, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Use all the help I can get. I have caught many, many billfish, but I've used a trolling lure or a hook every time. Never did it with just that rope thing. But I've always used a rod and reel. All right. How much should you tip the guys on a boat in Mexico? As much as you can. Those guys don't make very much money. So if you give them $50 each, $40 each, there's normally a skipper and a deckhand. They would greatly appreciate it. They're probably getting like $40 for the whole day. So, whatever you can afford to tip them, they greatly appreciate it. Just make sure you tip them because it really helps them a lot. Not only do I tip them, but I also try to bring extra hooks and jigs that I don't need to give to them so they can have it. Do you think about that? We will be fishing Colonet on the trip on the Tomahawk February 22nd. So I think we have about 8 spots left. So go ahead and go to the website and sign up for that. So there's a question really quick about curing your fish for smoking. I would tell you guys, if you're going to eat the fish the same day or the next day, don't cure it. If you're going to keep the fish for 6 months, vacuum pack it and stuff like that, and put it away, then cure it. Then you got to cure it. But if you're going to smoke some fish for like Super Bowl Sunday and have some friends over and you're going to eat it all that day, do not cure it. Just smoke it. And it'll be fun. And that was told to me by the people that make the smokers. So I wouldn't cure it. But if you are going to, if you're curing it to preserve it for 6 months or a year, then yes, please go ahead and cure it. All right. I guess I will get back to work here. Thank you guys. And it was nice talking to you. Leave your comments down below and I'll try to answer them. All those comments that were scrolling through there's no way for me to respond to those afterwards. So if you have a question that you need answered, please leave it down below and I will try to get to it either today or tomorrow. Thank you. Bye guys. Hope to see you on the water.